financial markets, cryptocurrency, gold and silver, world news.
Fair to say you simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally, and we do that by buying treasury bills. That actually increases the money supply.
Financial turmoil explained.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this Wednesday, the 1st of June, 2022. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad to have you guys here. We're going to get started right away, and we're going to open up the charts right here and take a look. There's an article here. It's called, Did Monkeypox Leak from Wuhan? It's from the Spectre from Australia, the magazine, and it's talking about here that about the Wuhan laboratory, and it talks about COVID a little bit, and it also goes to talk about an efficient assembly of large fragments of monkeypox virus genome as a PCR template. It says it's come to light, suggesting similar experiments may have been carried out in Wuhan on the monkeypox virus. So it's talking about here that it says PCR using dual selection based transformation associate recombination. It was published in the journal Virologia, Virologica. It says the Wuhan's own journal. It looked to create a monkeypox virus that could be identified on PCR tests. The research successfully produced a genome fragment of monkeypox virus. The paper identified the potential risks of such research. It said this DNA assembly tool applied in virological research could also raise potential security concerns, especially when the assembled product contains a full set of genetic material that can be recovered into a contagious pathogen. So anyway, we got that going on. Let's talk about the World Economic Forum here for a minute. The World Economic Forum is urging people to eat seaweed and algae and cactuses. And they're putting together yummy plates full of this stuff. Says 7 foods you can eat to save the planet. They don't have any mealworms there. I'm disappointed in them. I don't see any mealworms on that plate. I don't see any crickets either. You know. Of course, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking here about the mealworms and crickets, but anyway, they want you to try some new things to eat. Basically, they want you to try to eat seaweed, algae, and cactus. But I've heard cactus is pretty good. Anyway, the world's heading into a food shortage right now, and I think this is possibly why they're looking for these alternatives. Anyway, listen, guys, this food shortage is serious business. We've had so many things. Like, I heard of a train load. It was a train that was carrying like a whole bunch of potash that derailed recently. And potash is one of the main ingredients in fertilizer. There's an awful lot of prices going up tremendously on diesel fuel, and also the ingredient that the truckers use to enhance that diesel fuel for their engines. I can't remember what the name of that substance is. We're looking at a time coming up right away here where it's going to be, food prices are going to continue to soar astronomically, but in other countries they're not going to fare so well. They're just not going to have enough. As simple as that. But here Here in the countries like the United Kingdom, Australia, uh, North America here, which includes Canada and the United States, I'm expecting food to be available, but at what cost? It's going to be absolutely horrendous. And you already see the price at the pump. Gasoline prices going up, up, up. And they've just taken a huge leap upwards in the last few days. They've went from around $110 a barrel up to $117, I think it is today, which is a tremendous leap in price. Let's get in there and take a look at the financial markets today. 21.69 today for silver, and so it's up 18 cents. This is one. Silver and gold right now are tremendously undervalued. They're down near, I'm not going to say they're at mining production cost, but they're not a whole lot above it. Very, very slim margin of profit for the miners. Let's take a look at gold today. Gold's at $18.42. It's up $4.80. Taking a look at cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency's bounced back a little bit. We're looking at 31,686 today for Bitcoin. You can see it bouncing back just a little bit. The Dow Jones, let me refresh the page. It was up 62 points earlier. Now it's down 124. Now, this does not surprise me, as the Feds just came out and they've just started today quantitative tightening. Now, it won't be until the end of the month before it'll have its effect of removing, I think they're removing over $90 billion from the system. This is liquidity they're removing. They're draining the liquidity out of the system right now. So, if they didn't make the markets crash with raising interest rates a half a basis point and 0.25 basis point, that means total what they've raised so far is 0.75, not quite 1%. They're going to raise another half a percent to put it at 1.25 very soon. Plus, they're draining a 100 billion or roughly 100 billion out of the system. That's over $1 trillion a year. They're going to be draining out now of liquidity out of the system. How long do you think the system's going to take that? I think that the first month or two, we might not see that much effect, but we're going to see they're stimulating things toward this market crash. They're going to get their market crash they're looking for. I'll tell you what I'm expecting. I'm expecting, see this line on my chart right here? Well, we went down here, all the way down to here, 19,173 during the last big crash at the beginning of COVID. And I'm expecting this crash to be equal magnitude. So it should take us down somewhere in around this range right here. See this line right here? And that's when we're going to get our Fed reaction, somewhere down in this area, right in here. So right now we're up here. If you can see the lines I'm drawing on the chart. Right now we're up here around 32,700. Right here. 32,856 to be exact. That's where we're at. Right? And I'm expecting somewhere down in this range right here. 25, 26,000, somewhere down in this range right here for the big turnaround. The Fed's going to relent and say, we'll see they're already in a recession. But by the time they turn around and relent, we might be in a depression. And it's probably going to come a couple months from now when they've raised another percentage point, or maybe a little bit more than 1%. They've raised rates. And also they've done a couple months then. 2, maybe 3 months of tightening. So they've removed like 300 billion from the system. That's when she's going to turn over really hard, and that's when they're going to relent. But it's going to be too late. We're going to be in a depression. And then what are they going to do? How do they pull us out of that? It's going to take money. Simple as that. Okay, crude oil today. Look at it, 117, and look, it's just soaring. Crude's soaring, guys. And how is this going to be at the pump? Can we say $5, $6, $7 a gallon? I mean, it's just ridiculous where it's going. Move index today, 107. The move index, for some mysterious reason, is down a little bit, but we're going to see this move index go up as we get closer and closer to when the Fed's going to have to pivot. Let's take a look now at U.S. bonds rates, and we're seeing rising yields today. 2.9 on the U.S. 10-year and 3.08 on the U.S. 30-year. They're up. The U.S. 10-year is up almost 7 basis points. And now the U.S. dollar index today at 102.31. And it looks like the dollar's taking a spike upwards right now we speak. Same old games being played, you know. It's yielding strength to the dollar, yes. But at what cost? The cost is to the United States economy. Tremendous cost to the United States economy. And the United States economy is the driver for the world. So it's a tremendous cost for the world. Thank you guys for listening to my show. Like and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys in the very next show. Bye-bye.